All right, this might be the most cost-effective lead generation tool that is super underutilized by most real estate agents. Now, before we get started, you know the drill. If you find value out of this video, if you like what I went over, if it helped you, do me a favor, subscribe, share the video, make a comment. I also have a worksheet that breaks this out step by step. So while you're taking notes, if you need additional resources, just make sure and drop it in the comments and I'll send it over to you. A summary of what we just went over. But the professional network, a lot of real estate agents are already doing this. So you might be, but I'm just gonna systematize it for you and make it pretty clear about what type of ROI you're gonna get. Your professional network really is establishing referral networks with business owners and with services that your clients that you service for buying and selling real estate are most likely to need. That's where you're gonna start. So first things first, we're gonna start with make a list of 10 businesses, okay? So 10 businesses that your clients are most likely to need, all right? So let's think about the obvious ones to start. Insurance, accounting, CPA, financial advisors. They could need attorneys, so there's all types, right? Criminal, family law, you know, whatever, all the other different types. They could need landscaping, general contracting. The list goes on and on, right? So those are just some ideas. Those are just some ideas of the services that your clients will need immediately. Now, what you also want to think about is you want to think about businesses that you can support in your area. So businesses that maybe it's a local restaurant, maybe it's a local gym, maybe it's a hair salon, maybe it's a place to get your hair cut at. So these businesses, the reason why you're targeting them is because they also work on referrals just like you. So people that work on referrals and have repeat clients coming through every day and talking to people, right? They talk to more potential clients for you than the average person does. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take those 10 business owners, so make your list of 10, right? The obvious ones are gonna be are gonna be services that your clients are most likely to need, and then maybe just some other ones that you wanna support in your local area or maybe already have relationships with. So that's what's really important about these ones, that if you already have relationships, list them, but list at least 10, okay? So what we're gonna do after we have those 10 is we are going to take them and we are gonna set appointments with the 10, okay? So set appointment, I don't know the abbreviation, so I don't know. That could be apartment or appointment, I don't know. So we're gonna set appointments, and what we're gonna do with these appointments, all right, is we are going to learn about their business. So what you wanna think about you're doing really is you're doing two things. You're accomplishing two things here. You're establishing a relationship with somebody who your client will utilize their services or their restaurant or their hair salon at some point, right? We're doing it to vet the service, vet the product on behalf of our future clients. So you're making sure that you know if you send somebody to another business, one of your clients, that you can almost guarantee they're gonna get a quality experience that you would want them to get. As you know, referrals are direct reflections of you. So what you're doing is vetting the service prior to your clients. And then the second thing you're doing is you're establishing yourself as somebody who helps support the community, helps support other small business owners, and creating a law of reciprocity when it comes to referrals. So what we're gonna do is if you already know this person, it should be a pretty easy appointment, right? Pretty easy, hey, we should catch up, haven't seen you in a while, let's get coffee. I always say coffee because it's the cheapest. It happens in the morning. Once the caffeine hits, it starts to expedite the conversation, so you're in and out in 30, 45 minutes, right? Very cost effective and very quick. So I always go coffee, but you can also do lunch. So what you want to do here is if you don't know this person, because if you know them already, one of these 10 business owners, it's pretty easy conversation. Just invite them to coffee or lunch to catch up, okay? If it's somebody who you don't know, like I'm going to use the insurance agent for example, right? So you find somebody, you ask around, you find a couple people, find one that gets really good reviews or that somebody else recommended to you, and you're going to call them up. So ring, ring, ring. Hey, Mr. Real Estate Agent, this is Ramon with Rock Real Estate Partners. Hey, I was calling because I had asked so-and-so about you or for an insurance recommendation. They gave me your name. I've had a lot of clients lately that have asked me about insurance services, and I don't have anyone that I refer them to. So I'd love to meet you for coffee and learn a little bit about your business and see if it's a good fit for me to refer my clients to you, right? So almost 9 times out of 10, that person's going to say, yep, no problem, let's meet, whatever. And if they don't, I always say, just forget them. Just don't worry about it. Call the next person. So you're going to go on that appointment. In this appointment, okay, this is the third step. So you put 10 businesses, right? Make the list, call them up, set appointments for coffee or lunch, preferably coffee. And then the third thing you're going to do is be more interested than interesting. Okay, so what that means is that in this conversation, you want to make this about them. You are asking them about their business. You're asking them about how they got started. You're finding out more about their family, right? You're learning about who they are as a person, where they want to take their business. Is there a way you can help support them? You do not want to make this about you. You want to make this appointment about them. And the easiest way is go into this appointment and remember this saying, be more interested than interesting, okay? And so if you like the person, there you go, phenomenal. You've just set up a professional network relationship. So now what you're gonna do going forward, after you meet this person, you're gonna have a conversation. Don't worry, real estate will come up, your career, what you're looking for, all that stuff will come up, so don't worry about that. But you have to, if you like them, you gotta get them to like you. And the way you get people to like you is be interested in them. So after this, what's going to happen is you are going to do everything in your power to refer this business owner business. So anytime, we're going to use insurance as an example, anytime insurance comes up in any conversation, you are going to put the person who asked about insurance and your new insurance partner in a group text message. You're going to tell the person, say, hey, make sure you tell the insurance person that Ramon sent you. You are just going to refer them business, no questions asked, right? What we're doing here is we're really practicing the law of reciprocity, right? When you help other people help you. So we're not going at this like, hey, wink, wink, I send you one, you send me one. Like you can send them 5, 10 referrals. They don't owe you anything. The whole point is for you to be the real estate professional they think about, because they're going to think about the person who's helping support their business, right? They're going to feel an obligation to help you. And worst case scenario, right? Worst case, you don't get any referrals. You have a very strong referral partner who you feel confident sending people to, and you've just put yourself deeper into the business community in your local market. So that's the worst case scenario. But best case scenario is you start getting referrals from this person. So I want to break this down for you a little bit further. Okay, so after you get your 10 business owners, you set appointments, you go on the actual coffee or lunch appointment, and you practice being more interested than interesting. What you're going to do in your CRM is you're going to put these people in there in your database, CRM, whatever you use, and you're going to put them on a quarterly appointment. So every quarter, every 3 months, you're going to call them up, invite them to coffee or lunch, like clockwork, okay? So I'm gonna erase this real quick, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna show you how the math works, so you know how to track your ROI, which is really important when we're doing anything with real estate. So you're gonna take 40 appointments, right? Because you got 10 people, you're gonna meet with them 4 times a year, 40. Let's just say that coffee costs you $20, okay? Every time. 40 times 20, I'm not a mathematician, I'm a sales guy, so let me just do this for you real quick. 40 times 20 is $800, okay? $800, right? So 10 business owners, 4 times a year, 40 appointments times $20, 800 is your total spend. If you want to bump this up for lunch, put it 40, 50, whatever, $800, okay? So $800 to meet with 10 business owners 4 times a year. And in the process of those 365 days, you're referring them clients as much as you possibly can, right? I've done this for years, and I can tell you my ROI is probably, I would say, at least 10 to 30x, somewhere in between there every single year on my return on my investment. Now, it does take time, right? It does take that 30, 45 minutes of time, and that is worth something. But what I found is that the value is in the inefficiencies when creating relationships in your local market. So you're going to put them in your CRM, those 10 business owners. You're going to put them on a quarterly lunch or coffee. And in between that time, you're going to refer them as much business as possible. Now, I want to make sure this is clear. You have those 40 appointments. You can go ahead and track $800. Let's just say you got 10 deals out of this. Let's just say your average commission on those deals is, $12K, right? $120,000 of GCI for only $800 spent. Not a bad investment. It's the cheapest, easiest way to generate leads in your community, but also become more of a go-to solution for business services and needs in your market. So again, you might be doing this already. You might be kind of like doing it. You might not even know you're doing it, but now you're going to actually track it and make sure you're setting it in your database so you're consistent. Now, the last thing I'll say is that you're not subject to only 10. You can take this all the way up to 20, 30, it doesn't matter to me. 10 I found is comfortable because what that essentially does is almost create, there's 52 weeks in a year, at 12 weeks you're not, vacation, you don't feel good, whatever, you're busy. 40 weeks out of the year you have one appointment, right? Every single week. So I feel like that's a comfortable number, at least for me it was. And now one thing I didn't also mention that I think is a huge mistake of real estate agents is make sure you throw commercial lenders on there and commercial real estate agents. The best commercial real estate agents I know don't want to mess with single family house. They don't want to mess with residential real estate. And vice versa, I didn't want to mess with a shopping center, right? So that created a very good dynamic. And then also on the commercial lending side, many times I didn't have somebody for that. But I can tell you those two for sure brought my ROI extremely way up there because my commercial friends would refer me everything. I mean, they might have been just the 120 alone annually. So this is the professional network. This is how you set it up. It's super simple and it's the best ROI you're gonna get for the lowest dollar amount in your business. So there's tons of positives about it outside of just the ROI. And if you have any questions or you want my cheat sheet that maps out exactly what to do, what to say, how to have the conversation and summarize this video, just drop it in the comments and I'll make sure and get it to you.